What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about how lost a lot of young men are nowadays. Be it, lack of fathers or lack of positive role model examples, or just what they ingest, both mentally, physically, and, audibly. This story is out of Reserve, Louisiana, man. This is tough. Shout out Reserve, and it's about this young man up here. This guy is 17 years old, and his name is Tyleek Jackson. May he rest in peace. This guy got into a fight with one of these two men. I can't remember which one. The one on the that you see in the gray and white is Jaden Williams, and the other one is Damon Brown Jr. One is arrested for the murder of Tyleek Jackson. The other one is arrested for being a part of it by giving him the gun to shoot this guy after they got into a fight over a girl. What's even sadder is, you can look, Mr. Jackson just graduated from high school a couple weeks ago. I don't know what makes youth kill each other and be so just heartless against people that they know these all were friends, and how other people that are friends sit around and watch people beat the hell out of each other. That's something I can never understand. Take a look at the story. We're going to come back. This is truly shocking.
The St. John Parish Sheriff's Office is investigating a fatal shooting in Reserve. The shooting happened Thursday night, and two suspects are now behind bars. Police tell us the shooting took the life of a 17-year-old weeks after he graduated from high school. WDS reporter Jasmine Franklin explains what led up to that deadly shooting. Jasmine?
The sheriff's office says a teenager was killed after a fight that led to a shooting. Deputies tell me it all stemmed from an argument over a girl, and now a 17-year-old who just graduated from high school is gone.
Any loss of life is devastating to me.
Juanica Kelly tells me she is heartbroken to hear about a shooting in Reserve that took the life of 17-year-old Tyleek Jackson.
Someone 17 years old hasn't lived their life yet. And what really hurts is some people don't have regard for life, even as a youth.
This video, recorded by the St. John the Baptist Parish Sheriff's Office cameras on Northwest 3rd Street, shows the moments before Jackson was killed Thursday evening. Deputies say Jackson and a suspect, 18-year-old Jaden Williams, can be seen fighting in the street.
That's youth fighting one another that grew up together, that knew each other.
The sheriff's office says the fight stemmed from an argument over a girl.
But I got a terrible trend of young people, teenagers, getting themselves in these situations of using guns to resolve conflict.
As the fight continued, deputies say the suspect, Williams, went inside the home and Jackson followed him inside. That's when officials say Williams allegedly shot Jackson multiple times.
It's tragedy all the way around. For the young man that's deceased, he's gone. For the young man who pulled the trigger, his life is essentially over with.
Less than 24 hours later, deputies arrested these two suspects. 18-year-old Jaden Williams is facing a charge of second-degree murder. 17-year-old Damon Brown was booked with principal to second-degree murder and obstruction of justice. Brown allegedly gave Williams the gun used in the shooting and hid it from police after shots were fired.
There's a lot of division going on between the young people, and I think there's not enough focus on bringing youth together.
East St. John High School says Tyleek just graduated a few weeks ago. School leaders describe him as a bright light and say he was full of purpose and potential. Reporting in LaPlace, Jasmine Franklin, WDSU News.
St. John Parish crime cameras captured the moments before a fight on 3rd Street in Reserve got deadly.
The blue pants is going to be the deceased victim, Tyleek. He's losing.
Police say 18-year-old Jaden Williams shot and killed 17-year-old Tyleek Jackson Thursday night around 8 p.m. Sheriff Mike Trigg says the crime started as an altercation over a girl, but quickly escalated.
So Jaden loses his shirt and he's running. Now, the victim in the blue warm-ups, I guess, he's getting himself prepared to fight more.
The video shows the suspect on top of the victim.
He goes inside of an apartment behind Jaden. The tree covers the actual murder.
Investigators say Williams then asked 17-year-old Damon Brown for his gun, fired it at Jackson multiple times, and took off. Less than 24 hours later, Williams turned himself in to authorities in Jefferson Parish and was booked on a second-degree murder charge. Brown is booked on principal to second-degree murder and obstruction of justice.
And Sheriff Mike Trigg says teens solving their problems with guns is part of a troubling trend.
There's an ugly trend lately of young people, teenagers, committing homicides. I can think of 3 in St. John within the last couple of years.
Sheriff Trigg says he doesn't have a solution yet, but is asking parents to step in.
Take those cell phones and see what's going on. You're supposed to know what your children are and who they're with and verify. Double verify.
In St. John Parish, Amelia Strahan, WWL, Louisiana.
Okay, guys, you've seen it. All of them full of potential. 2 of them threw their lives away. 1 of them's gone forever with no chance of building itself back up. Ain't no coming back from death. All this over a fight over a girl. And guess what? The girl is going to go and live her life and do her thing while y'all are sitting around here arguing and stuff, getting on social media, going back and forth, then taking it to the streets while this girl is somewhere doing whatever, living her life. I've never seen so many people that don't have any loyalty nowadays, especially with young folks. See, that's what fathers teach. Loyalty, respect, conflict resolution. You know what I'm saying? Having some type of reserve. Intelligence. Now, don't get me wrong. You can get mad at people sometimes that are your friends. And a lot of times, fist fights do happen. But now that it's turned into guns, that's a whole nother different level. You saw all them kids out there. You see any of them really trying to break it up? They just watching. I'm more than sure they all live in that same complex and all associate with each other in one way or another. It's crazy how you can't get young minds. These kids are 17, 18 years old. You can't get them to come together and say, hey, man, look, we shouldn't even be doing this. It's just one girl. But for some reason, these emotional young males nowadays, without no proper guidance or proper life lessons, this is what you see, and you'll continue to see it. And what's messed up is this is a young era of people that are unguided. The offspring they have after being unguided and then guiding others or not guiding others, that's when you're going to really see what's really going on. And it's heartbreaking. A lot of us wish we could go back to the age of these young boys, especially with the stuff and mistakes that we've made in our past to make us better people. And, you know, that's what parenting is. You don't want your kids to fall into the snares and pitfalls that you fell into from poor decisions you made on your journey through life. And it's like they're winding up being worse and at such a young age than we were trying to direct them. There's some type of negative pull out here that these kids are gravitating to. You could raise good kids and they'll still run to the BS. I'm telling you, we are in some times, man, that are just depressing. Depressing. Look at these 2 boys over here. Both of them look like people don't care about them. Look at their hair. I remember when we was younger, our parents, especially if we had fathers, we'd like, yo, you about to be a man. Cut that shit off your head. You ain't gonna be looking crazy. It's like everybody got that nappy head crazy look. It's wild. Everybody look like homeless people. And you know what? There's still girls gravitating to that look because that's all they presented with nowadays because that's the normal. How did it become like that? Me, when kids lived in my house, no, you ain't looking like that. What you want to look at like in the world, when you get out there in deep water as an adult human being that was raised by us, that's on you. But that right there, come on, man. Come on. Looked like they was living in a small housing project or a small Come on. My thing is this. It's two things. Your friends, you have a history. None of that mattered when you got mad enough to want to kill each other. Because if that person was a part of your life and your upbringing and all this other stuff, and you liked them and was friends with them, when you kill that person, part of you dies too, but they don't even see it. Everybody got a crash and burn mentality now. Kill first, ask questions later. Even though the questions are right in front of your face, why the fuck are you even fighting? Another thing is, there are other people that sit around and watch the carnage. Look at the way the world is now. Somebody sees somebody getting killed, or somebody get physically injured, and it's no threat to them to go and help the person. They'll pull a camera out and film it. That's no different than them kids standing around watching friends kill each other. The one dude went and got a gun so the other boy could shoot his friend, and all of them were friends. It's no loyalty. Men teach that. You remember the good times, and they help you through the bad when you're dealing with somebody. But you don't see it now. Everybody's cutthroat. And that's what's sad. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. As young men, we was taught you have to be responsible for your actions and have accountability. I'm more than sure them two, if you ask them why they did it, want to say he was mad, and the other one was like, oh, that's my friend, but the other one wasn't, and he's not here now. Just asking basic common sense questions to people that do crimes like this, you get eye drops and you get a bunch of I don't knows. It's unacceptable. But it's a reality out here today. See you in the next video. Take care.